Oh yeah, the splitting of Earth narrative. Yeah, let's go into that one. How much time do we have left? Okay, cool. How many of you, and please put in the comments, there is no right or wrong. Thank you everybody for telling me. Yep, I think there's a little delay in the feedback here. How many of you resonate with the narrative that during this time of transition that the Earth is going to split into two timelines? A timeline, one timeline is going down, going down to further fallen consciousness and deeper down the control and domination drama. And the other timeline is what we're calling the new Earth, and that only has the people who are a frequency match for that new Earth. Who here resonates with that timeline? And I'm not saying this to be contrary. I'm just curious how many people who are attracted to this kind of talk would that resonate with that. And I can see why some people would resonate with that. And actually, I can own that for quite some time, I contributed into that timeline, because I would say prayers like, may only the people that truly honor the earth, who are true caretakers of the earth, make it in through the transition. Only they will inherit the earth. Only they will be here. I used to say stuff like that. Now, I had no idea. I was actually stopped in my tracks by the Pachamama, and she was like, no, 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 no. That's not how this is. Everybody deserves the opportunity to wake up. Everybody deserves the opportunity to choose. And she actually told me that, it's my obligation to make sure they have the opportunity to choose, opportunity to wake up. So in a way, that was her defining our relationship and how I serve, right? Dear Joanne says, yes, intuitive flashes, unacknowledged, always speaks loudly if we are willing to listen to the feedback loop. Okay. Yeah, those intuitive flashes. Yeah, that's true. So I think the reason why this narrative is so popular is because this is the only way that the power over dynamics can continue, is if we collude and give permission for that to happen. That's how powerful we are. We are the ones that actually navigate the sun through the stars. We are the ones who are navigating our heliosphere through the cosmos. Do you guys ever hear of something called superclusters? Okay, superclusters are massive collections of galaxies that have no gravitational or magnetic relationship to each other, yet travel together in a cluster in form through space, through the cosmos. And astronomers wonder, how is that possible? What's the force that's tying them together? What's the force that drives the structure of how they collect, how they cluster and travel through the cosmos? And what I am proposing here is that it's their consciousness. Their consciousness is choosing to be in a dance with these other galactic realities. And they are together in resonance of consciousness. And that's what's up with the superclusters. It's the same thing, but in a smaller scale when you're talking about our consciousness within this heliosphere, our consciousness on this planet. We are multidimensional beings. We are powerful. I mean, powerful beyond imagination. Okay? We create realities. We destroy realities. We recreate realities. We can bring in entirely different universes and start manifesting them here in this realm. This is how you can have one person sourcing from one universe, existing in one universe, and another person standing right next to them being informed and existing in another universe. You see what I mean? So we are profoundly, profoundly powerful. We just need to work at, heal thyself so we can unplug ourselves from this matrix of reversal and inversion. The inversion is telling us that we're only one and we're not worth anything, or we're only worth we're only worth what can be commodified, right? That's not, and none of that's true. And that is why so many intentional communities don't work out. And that's because they still have not collectively stepped out of the idea of a property and the life on the property being a commodity of some sort, which means someone needs to be financially responsible, someone needs to manage it, you know what I mean? There needs to be structure. And all the structures that we have are built on domination and control. Now, how do we have a community on a piece of land with no one controlling anything? Nobody in charge, right? Now, say you had several $1 million and bought, I don't know, 20,000 acres of land and just gave it for humanity to do with it as they will. Do you think you can let total control go? Yeah, it's because we haven't imagined a way yet. We haven't imagined a thought form, a relationship on how that can work yet. So the splitting of realities is a seed thought that hits the distortions from the matrix that we think are still true in the here and now and tricks us. It creates a relationship where we are colluding with that agenda. If we hold deep in our space that we are all in this together, me, you, the greater of humanity, the rest of all the critters, all the life forms on this planet, the trees, the ants, the birds, the mountains, the oceans, and the Pachamama herself, we're all in this together in unification, then we're poised to imagine that next step forward where we move forward as a whole versus some breaking off and others breaking off in another direction. Now, just because there's multiple timelines unfolding at once doesn't mean that that's a planet separating narrative. What it's showing us, it's showing us who are awake the nature of timelines and how easy it is to destroy them and create them. The kinds of timeline mechanics, for us seeing this, that it's teaching us, it's showing us how we are creating and collapsing timelines, how you're doing that, how I'm doing that, how we as a collective do that, right? And the kinds of things that are necessary, kind of components that plug in together to create the timeline that we truly want in our heart. So the appearance of these timelines doesn't necessarily mean that this reality has to split in two. It just means that we have different groups manifesting different timelines. And if one group keeps alienating the other group, we will quite literally manifest that split. But know that split is not something that had to be, and we're just victims of it or have to endure it. It's there because we created it. We did what was necessary for it to come to pass. And I think this is the next lesson that a lot of folks are still working through, is this idea that we are the keepers. We are the gardeners of the 3D field. We, humans, are the gardeners of the 3D field. The keepers in the old language. As in, we are the ones that are custodians of the beauty, the mayhem, the suffering, the hell, the heaven, everything that happens in this 3D world, we are the gardeners of. We cultivate it. We do what's necessary to bring it forward.